This is the place where I spend the majority of my day, both for drawing, which is my job, and for gaming. Welcome to my setup, the 2026 update. When you work from home, the line between rest and work mode is very blurry. It was important for me to build a space comfy and fun enough to rest and disconnect my mind with gaming or my hobbies, but also quiet and tidy to keep me focused when I need to lock in and get creative for work. Let's get into my drawing setup first. This is of course my iPad Pro, my device of choice for drawing. It is small enough so it can fit on my desk and big enough not to strain my eyes while drawing. I try to have everything set up so that I can jump straight into creating, especially if I'm doing bureaucratic work on my PC, you know, the boring stuff, taxes, invoices, etc. It is very important for me that the iPad allows me to pick up the pencil and draw without dealing with annoying cables around. And I use Procreate for that, which for the type of illustrations I make is perfect. My iPad rests on this handmade wooden stand, which I still use and love and helps my neck so much. If you don't have a stand for drawing, I really suggest you to get one to keep your spine healthy, because the muscle pain is no fun. I often get asked where I got this, but unfortunately I do not have a link to buy because, as I said, it is handmade. My dad built it for me. But the portability of the iPad also allows me to draw on my comfy armchair if I want to, and maybe watch a movie in the meantime on my PC, which is something I do very often if I'm working on a chill commission or some personal art without a deadline. Besides my digital art setup, I also draw traditionally, and to do that, since my desk is L-shaped, I work on the shorter side of it. That way I have natural light hitting my sketchbook from the window and more space for all my supplies. I like to keep my markers on this shelf, so when I want to use them I simply pick up the colors I need and I am good to go. But lately I've been working a lot more with pencils and watercolors, so my markers are kinda dusty. Usually I keep my iPad on the left side of the desk here, right in front of my vertical monitor. If you remember from my previous setup video, this secondary monitor was in place like this, and honestly I didn't even use it that much. Now that I placed it vertically, it is much more convenient for me, especially when I edit videos. My monitors are two Dell Ultra Sharp 25 inches color calibrated, very important for art and visual graphics. If you work on my field, you understand what I mean. And these are of course hooked to my gaming PC that I'll show you more in depth later with all its specs. For those of you interested, stick to the end of the video. These monitors aren't optimized for gaming, I know, but of course my job is my priority and I accept that I need to quote-unquote waste some of the power of my PC for that. So this is my main drawing space where I also film my drawing videos and create my illustrations. And speaking of which, let's talk about today's sponsor. Today's video was sponsored by Printful. Here we are, friends. What are we designing today? At this point I have a nice selection of curated products, mostly space/sci-fi themed, because as you know those are my favorite things. So what are we working on today? Today I am designing a big desk mouse mat for my gaming/work setup, and this time I wanted to feature two magical cats floating in the cosmic space. I actually had this idea for a while, but I couldn't find an easy way to do it. Thankfully, Printful has a selection of mouse mats to choose from. Printful, today's lovely sponsor, is a print-on-demand service with a huge catalog of products, going from apparel, accessories to home design such as mugs, as you've seen from my previous videos. You really can find whatever comes to your mind on Printful, and they even have a whole eco-friendly section. The design interface is very easy to use. You really can't go wrong with it. It even tells you the DPIs of your file to make sure the print quality will be at its best. And once you are done designing and tweaking, you can save it, easily connect it to your shop, and they'll take care of printing and shipping. Of course, on your shop settings you can customize the name, the description of the products, and they even provide mock-up pictures. My suggestion though is to order a sample as I did, so you can see what your clients will receive, and also allows you to take pictures yourself to match your aesthetic. The best part of a print-on-demand service though is that the products are only printed when an order arrives. This reduces the waste so much and you don't have to invest in a huge stock beforehand. So it is perfect for artists with a similar workflow to mine. Big thanks to the friends at Printful for supporting my channel yet again, and as always, if you want to try their website, the link is in the description below. I'm going to cover my desk accessories now, starting from my microphone, which is the same Razer Seiren Mini. I really like it and it honestly surprised me on the quality. For reference, the voiceover you're hearing now was recorded with this mic, and as you can hear, it is very clean and very balanced. I wanted something small since I use it for talking with my friends too, and it doesn't occupy much space on my desk. But I also have a new microphone addition for filming videos. This is the Rode Video Micro, and it is the one I use when I film myself talking. And this one attaches directly to your camera with its little jack cable. My keyboard is the EpoMaker TH80 Pro 75% kit that I paired with Flamingo switches and the EpoMaker ice cream keycaps. They need to be looped again at this point, but here's how they sound. My mouse is the OG Logitech G502 Hero. This is a solid one. I like to have some additional buttons on my mouse and I like it to be wired. To be honest, I cannot deal with another device that needs charging. And I still have my Stream Deck here to the right this time. Not making much use of it now that I don't do live streams anymore, but I have some shortcuts, for example the mute buttons for Discord and the switches to go from headphones to speakers. Speaking of which, my speakers are very special because they too are handmade in wood. My dad built this for me, and under my desk I also have a little subwoofer. The other one is hidden behind my left monitor. And then I have my main controller, a classic Xbox controller that I use with my PC. This is nice because you don't need a cable, it has wireless connection, and for my hand size, the Xbox layout style is the most comfortable. I also have this one, but this is a controller for the Nintendo Switch that my friends gifted me for my birthday. And of course, my Switch lives here too. This is the Animal Crossing edition, also gifted years ago by my boyfriend. This is very precious to me. I play with it of course, but I also try to be careful because I don't want the Joy-Cons to start drifting. It is a notorious problem with these consoles, unfortunately. Lighting changes the whole mood of course, so since I often work at night, I want my space to feel comfortable for my eyes, and I decided to place a couple wall LEDs and also LED strip decors all around my desk. This creates a very relaxing environment, since when I'm not creating, this becomes my gaming setup too, and especially after work it is very nice to sit here and play. So let's break down my PC specs now, for those of you curious. Mine is an AMD build. I have the 98000 X3D, 32GB of RAM, 2TB SSD, although with my job I already need a storage update, all on the Gigabyte Aorus B650E Elite Ice. And for the GPU, if you know about PC builds, you probably noticed that I am still rocking the classic Strix 1080, and you might wonder why would I put that GPU into this build. Two answers. This is the GPU I had on my previous build, so I didn't buy it now of course, and it still works fine, although it lacks some of the new recent technologies. And second, the GPU I want isn't available anywhere. It's crazy. So to be fair, I wanted to build this PC, and for now I am still using this one. And the case is from Lian Li, the O11 Dynamic Mini, and as the name says, it is very small and compact. Too compact in fact, it didn't even fit this radiator, and me and my dad had to literally mod the entire case. So be careful with sizes if you want a compact build like mine. Normally 2 fans are supposed to be there, but one died on me before filming this video, so I removed it. I am waiting for a replacement, and all the fans are from Lian Li too. Very convenient since you can daisy chain them and have a single cable coming out from each set of fans. So that's it! I hope you guys liked this little tour of my setup, and I know it's not much, but it's my favorite place to be, and I really hope you guys liked it and that it can be inspiring for you. I'll see you again next Sunday with more art, tech and drawing videos. Take care, bye!